Hart and Nick Cannon's prank war continues at DC Gala with Eddie Murphy's stunt. Highlights from the Kennedy Center's 25th Mark Twain Prize for American Humor ceremony honoring Hart, which will air on Netflix in May. Kevin Hart receiving the esteemed Mark Twain Prize for American Humor didn't stop Nick Cannon from using the ceremony to continue his ongoing prank war, with the comedian. Hart was honored with a top prize at a Sunday gala at the John F. Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C., which featured speeches from other famous comedians like Jerry Seinfeld, Dave Chappelle, and Eddie Murphy. Well, except that when the latter was announced, it turned out to be not the legendary Saturday Night Live alum, but the host of The Masked Singer, introduced that way as a practical joke. It was the latest stunt between the Celebrity Prank Wars co-hosts, which previously included Hart sending the very fertile Cannon a vending machine of condoms, putting his cell phone number on a billboard, encouraging people to call for parenting advice, and recently went as far as Hart competing on The Masked Singer. Everyone in the crowd, including seemingly Hart, fell for Cannon's stunt, thinking Murphy, a past recipient of the award, was making an unannounced appearance. In his speech, Cannon told Hart, "Every comedian is proud of you except one or two cats," in reference to Cat Williams' recent call-out of Hart. Cannon then joked that a few other notables were about to pop out, including Chris Rock, who, as it turned out, was not a prank. The Chris Rock show star called the intro the funniest I've ever seen. Nick Cannon. A filmed version of the Kennedy Center's 25th Mark Twain Prize for American Humor honoring Kevin Hart will air May 11 on Netflix. Read on for more highlights. Hart was ushered into the theater with style. Cannon's Masked Singer Costa Robin Thicke serenaded the honoree with a cover of Peggy Lee's Fever that segued into a pyrotechnic rendition of Nelly's Hot in Hair, easily one of the night's highlights. As the event got underway, it became clearer that the night was less a tribute to Hart's iconic characters, classic movies, or satirical take on life and politics, which one might consider standard fare for a prize that has also honored the likes of Murphy and George Carlin, than his commitment to positive thinking and hard work, and his groundbreaking ability to turn his comedy skills into a lucrative entrepreneurial brand. As outgoing board chairman David Rubenstein, who recently purchased the Baltimore Orioles, noted in his introduction, Hart is a leader of a new generation of comics. George Wallace, who started out in stand-up comedy as part of the New York City scene in the late 70s and once wrote for Red Fox, told you on the red carpet, "Kevin is Kevin no matter what, he is going to be who he is no matter what age or era. Funny people are funny, they love what they do and making people happy." Red Fox would think. Great comedians love comedy, no matter what you do. There is a different path for every comedian, we just love successful people. There were several recurring themes in the speeches about Hart. His flaky communication skills, his joyful outlook on life, his tenacious work ethic, his height, and his ability to draw huge audiences. Past recipient Chappelle recognized that 500 million people have purchased tickets to watch Hart perform stand-up, and that does not even factor in the comedian's movies and shows. Hart's first comedy peer to honor him was Seinfeld, who gave a home run performance. "One of the most important things in show business is doing favors," Seinfeld joked about showing up for the event, before reflecting that there is not much Hart actually can do for him, as he does not want to be in Jumanji. Seinfeld established one of the night's major motifs. Hart's legacy is his business acumen and entrepreneurism, as well as his likability. Next up was Tiffany Haddish, who dubbed herself Hart's comedy sister, as she wore one of his hand-me-down jackets. Her conceit was Hart was a leprechaun not because of his short stature, but his incredible luck. "He is magic," she said. Haddish knew Hart in the comedy club scene right as he started making money. Her presentation did not exactly crush, though she had a hilarious moment riffing off a hard-laughing member of the audience who she hopes may be a congressman and, potentially, a future baby daddy. Jimmy Fallon treated the audience to an old-school country song, focusing on Hart's height and success. "So much talent, how's it legal we'd be heartbroken if he got carried off by